is Saturday. My husband just went to work. He has to work tonight. So I am doing a meal prep day. So today I will show you what I'm making for most of the week. I am doing the crock pot taco chicken, the keto chili, putting some bacon in the oven, kind of doing a few little things just to prep for the week. So join me while we get ready for this week's meals. I like to get this center cut bacon from Kroger. It's the private selection brand. It's like $3.50, I think, somewhere around there. No more than, my oven is ready. No more than the typical bacon. And I always preheat my oven to 425. I like to do mine this way on the pan in the oven. It's just so much better. Usually, depending on your oven, it takes mine 25 to 30 minutes, and I can do the whole package on my big cookie sheet. So I'm going to put those in the oven, and while I'm doing that, I've already started. I've got about 2.5 to 3 pounds of chicken in the crock pot. So I'm going to add to that 1 block of cream cheese, 1 packet of taco seasoning, or you can make your own taco seasoning. Some people like to do that. And then 1 cup of salsa. Some people like to put hot sauce and peppers and jalapenos and things like that in their taco chicken, but we are not a spicy family. My husband likes spicy. If he wants spicy, he can add stuff, but I do not do spicy. So that's how you make the crock pot chicken. I will put that all together here in just a moment. And then I have started my keto chili. The keto chili is 2 pounds of ground beef. I do not use, sometimes I'll use an onion. I don't think I'm going to use an onion because I plan on using it this week for my lunches at work. So I use 2 cans of the petite diced tomatoes, 1 can of tomato paste, and then there's some chili powder, cumin powder, things like that, garlic powder that go in there with it. So that's going to be my lunch for this week, is the keto chili. And then I'll also bring like cheese and sour cream and stuff to put in it. So basically this is what we're prepping today, and I will show you the process as we go along. Alright, got my bacon on the pan. I sometimes get a little bit of edge overlap, but it's not that big a deal. If I can get the whole thing on the pan, that is the best freaking way to do it. So we're going to put this in the oven. Like I said, this is going to take about 25 to 30 minutes to cook, and we will pull that out, let it drain on some paper towels, and then I just started saving my bacon grease. I have that little bitty container. I'm in the process, actually. I just washed a big pickle jar. I'm gonna start using that instead, and that is how we get the bacon going. Alright, so I've got my chicken in the crock pot. Like I said, that's about 3 pounds, 2.5 to 3 pounds. I got a big package of it for $1.99 a pound at Kroger this morning. And so we got a cup of salsa that we're going to put in there, which I actually had a smidge left in my jar after I measured out that cup, so I just dumped that little bit extra in there. So that's what you're seeing there before I dump that in. And then I've got my packet of taco seasoning. We're just going to sprinkle that on top of that. And I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, which that just goes on the very top of this. And we will put this on, you can put it on low for 8 hours, or you can put it on high for a little bit, then turn it on low. Usually I tend to be using frozen chicken tenders, so I end up leaving mine on high for a little while. But since I am using fresh chicken this time, I will start it out on high just to warm it up a little bit, maybe for like 30 minutes. And then we will turn it down to low for about 4 hours. So that's going to be the crock pot chicken. I'm starting to fry up my 2 pounds of hamburger meat for the chili while everything else is working. Like I mentioned to you guys before, that we were like in the process of renovating our home. So we've painted the kitchen blue. We painted Our daughter's room, I know I kind of said I was going to do a little thing about our house, but I hadn't had a chance to do that yet. Here's all my candles. Everybody loves to talk about their candles. I've got some ones that I love from Bed Bath & Beyond. Not Bed Bath & Beyond. Bath & Body Works. Good Lord. Anyways, we keep a towel on this couch because our cats love that couch. And then our daughter picked out this aqua color for her walls. She absolutely loves aqua, teal, pink, purple. But we have some of the photography I've done there. We have repainted in here blue, like this sky blue color. How you like my flowers? I love this hanging plant. It's gorgeous. It's huge. The flowers last forever. And I chose this, which I still need to hang a couple of pictures back. You probably saw me in my introduction video. This wall was behind me. Still in the process, it's hard to see in here, sorry, of trying to finish redecorating. But I did this when I'm kind of sort of colorblind. I know it sounds weird. I'm a female. But I'm kind of sort of colorblind between navy and, not navy, but like blue and purple. So I painted that, our bedroom. I thought it was like a navy, but it's actually like a really dark purple, but I still absolutely love it. I have repainted our kitchen cabinets gray. We put that same blue throughout in here. I've got this backsplash sticky tile, which it's like an aluminum stuff. Absolutely love that stuff. So I put that on there. Like I said, we got our cabinets repainted. And I've got some really dark gray, almost black, that I'm going to do the countertops with, so they're not this weird brownish beige color for much longer, and then it'll all kind of tie in together. So that'll be about all we have left for painting. The only other thing we wanted to do was remodel our bathroom. It's a small single wide double home. I can't even talk today. Small single wide mobile home that we were renting, and we ended up getting a really good deal on it. So we bought it really cheap, and you know, it was in really good shape. Got a new HVAC unit when we bought it. My half-ass Easter egg thing that I need to glue some eggs back on. But we got a really good deal on it, so we've been wanting to, you know, make it our own. We've officially purchased it a year ago, and we're in the process of trying to finish redoing it. The only thing we have not done that I want to do is I would like to completely redo our bathroom. Our bathroom is one of those tiny bathrooms, and I'd like to do a big stand-up shower in there. But we'll see. That seems like a lot of work. I moved all my crap out of the way because that's where usually it sits at. It's over there where the crock pot is. But I am in the process of cooking my hamburger meat. Some of it was still a little bit frozen. So I'm having to do it like really slow. I didn't feel like dealing with the microwave. But all of the recipes that I'm doing today, the crock pot chicken's really easy, but the chili is pretty much everywhere, all over Facebook, Pinterest. But I will link you guys to all of the recipes that I use today, because I'm not a stickler on exact ingredients when it comes to stuff like this. Now when it comes to baking, like desserts and things like that, I am making a freaking mess trying to hold the camera and do this. Like when it comes to desserts, yes, I'm going to definitely follow directions to the T. But some things I leave out certain ingredients, certain spices, just because I don't care for spicy stuff. So, but after I get this hamburger meat all cooked up, we'll come back and I'll show you what we add to it. Okay, so for seasonings, I don't do quite as much as the recipe calls for, because they say 2.5 pounds and I use 2 pounds of meat. So we're going to put in 2 cans of the petite diced tomatoes. You don't have to use that same kind or petite, but I like smaller tomatoes. Did I say potatoes? Lord have mercy, my carb girl's coming through. Okay, and then a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. And then for the spices, I'm putting some actual onion powder, onion flakes in there. Since I'm not using an onion today, I just put like a little over a tablespoon in there. There is 2 tablespoons of cumin. They actually call for a 1/4 cup of chili powder. I've got like 2 tablespoons of chili powder, which is probably close to the same thing. Teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of sea salt, and I've got about a tablespoon of garlic powder since I don't have actual garlic to put in mine. So we're going to put all that in there and mix her up. Okay, it's been 25 minutes and the bacon is ready, so I'm going to take that and put it on some paper towels, and don't have that much grease this time, so I may or may not save that tiny bit. And then I've got everything mixed in on my chili. So when I do my chili meat, when I cook it, I tend to leave it a little bit chunkier since you don't have beans in this chili, to make it a little bit better. So it makes it where it's not just like mushy, nothing. So I'm gonna actually let that, usually if I'm gonna eat it the same night, I just heat it up until it's hot enough, cook it for a few minutes, and then eat it. But since I'm gonna be having this for lunch, I actually think I might let it simmer on low for a little bit, just to see if I can get it a little bit more flavorful. We'll see. It still has really good flavor, so I may or may not do that. But it is time to drain the bacon. Bacon looks good. The house smells yummy. The chicken taco is in the crock pot and ready to go. So my plan for the day was I was going to start painting my countertops, but it is now 10 after 1. I've still got something in the crock pot for the rest of the day, so I may do that tomorrow. I need to go around and do our windowsills with the white. So I might do some of that. While the cats are sleeping, I might get the little bit in here that they tend to like to be around. So that was my plan for the day. Alrighty. The chicken, the crock pot chicken has been going. It was on high for about an hour, hour and a half, and it's been on low ever since. And now it's almost 7, so it's gonna be, should be done. I'm actually gonna break everything up with Keto Ginger's spatulator. Love this thing for this. I try using it for like breaking up my meat when I'm cooking my meat, but I don't really care for it for like hamburger meat. But I do, yeah, it's done. I do like it for breaking up the chicken in here. So I usually will break it up really well and then stir it up pretty good, scrape the sides and get it in here with mixed in really well. Make sure the sour cream, not sour cream, the cream cheese is mixed in well so that it kind of can finish dissolving. But basically that's the taco chicken. We usually eat it in a bowl. You can put some cheese on it, some sour cream on it. You can make a side. We do have some broccoli in the freezer. Got some Brussels sprouts that, believe it or not, I've never had Brussels sprouts. And at some point I'm going to try them. So that's another thing too. Like, how do you guys do your Brussels sprouts? I've seen people cut them and like put them in the frying pan with butter and different things and cook them that way. So if that's a good way to do it, then I might try that. But you can also take this and you can put it in the low carb tortillas. And these are the ones that I use, that most people use. I think the La Banderita carb counter ones, they're a total of, where is it? 5 net carbs, and actually says it's hard to read because my camera won't focus this way. It says it's actually 16 regular carbs, but if you minus the fiber, it's 5 net carbs, and that's something new that actually I think I'm going to start not doing net carbs, but just doing total carbs, because I was watching and this may not this may not be in focus, but I was watching Nurse Nisha, which is Dr. Berry's wife, and she had a little live thing the other day, and I thought it was something, it hit me so hard when she said this, because I'd never heard it put this way before, but the analogy that she used was perfect. Talking about net carbs, somebody asked her if they did net carbs or if they did regular carbs, they stayed under 20 carbs, period, not net carbs. She said, look at it this way. If I put a bunch of Metamucil in a cupcake, would it cancel out all the sugar that you just ate in that cupcake? No. So, you know, the fiber thing with the net carbs, yeah, you know what, that kind of makes sense. I get that. So from now on, I'm just going to do under 20 carbs, period. Not net, just under 20 carbs. And I picked these things up today. I was at Big Lots. I picked up 2 of these because I have 2 things of stuff that I keep my knives and all that in. So they were on clearance at Big Lots for $2. So I grabbed both of those. I had me a little mini shopping haul today because I was bored. I know it's kind of dark in here, I'm sorry. I picked up this little tray at Joann's Fabrics. It was $7 on clearance. So I'm going to paint it same color as our walls, that blue. And then I'm going to put these little things in the middle and put it on here, which I actually got these all on clearance. They were, I've already pulled the stickers off, but they were like between $1 and $2 each on those. So I'm going to paint this and then put these on there. I don't know if I'm going to use the vinyl cutter and put something on it, some words or something, but it's got some pretty big gaps. So if I do anything, I'll have to do it this way instead of that way. We'll see. I'm probably just going to paint it and then put these on there. And what I may actually do, I thought about painting the outside blue and the inside white, or vice versa, but I think I'm just going to paint the whole thing blue, and maybe I can do the inside edges white. We'll see what kind of wild hair at my butt I get going on when I start painting it and go from there. So I love this little thing here, so cute. I love succulents. My husband does too. We have some outside that we grow. We can't keep any plants in the house except for that hanging plant because of the cats. Any kind of live plants, they try to eat it. So I have done my meal prepping for the day. I'm not going to do anything else today, but tomorrow I am going to do some of the keto ice cream. So I'm going to do a separate video for that as a cook with me video. So we will do that and I'll post that up after this one. So I hope you guys had a great day. Continue to meal prep. I am not the meal prep person that I don't go ahead and individualize my servings. When I cook, I put it all in one big plastic Tupperware container and just put it in the refrigerator, because honestly, I've got enough Tupperware that I can sort it out. But like my chili's down there on the bottom. There's my bacon in a Ziploc bag. And then the crock pot chicken is going to go in another big Tupperware. So I'm not going to sort it out. Usually the night before I go to work, I'll get a smaller Tupperware container or even smaller one and sort everything out for my lunch for the next day or the morning of, depending on what happens. And I did get the, excuse the cat litter if you can see it. They love to sling it around. I got the bottom and around the edges painted on the windowsill, except where we just did some caulking. The paint doesn't want to stick. What's up with that? It's Jinxie. He's our Maine Coon kitty. He's a big boy. He doesn't look that big from here, but he is a big cat. Both of our cats are big boys. So where we caulked at, now I've got to get a razor blade and scrape off where we had to tape there, because there was a big gap in the window all of a sudden one day. And I got this on Amazon. It was like $5. Yeah, it came from China, but I love it because it's a common saying between me and my husband. We say that about stuff a lot. But anyway, excuse the foul language there, but meal prep is done. I hope you guys had a productive Saturday. Have a good one. Bye. Just wanted to do a quick update and show you guys how I ended up painting my little tray. I'm one of those crafty people. You ask my husband, he'll say, yeah, I'm a crafty biatch. But that's what I ended up doing with the tray. So I've got that on our little coffee table, and I put those little plants on there. And actually everything that we did for our wedding, or that we needed for our wedding, I made myself. So I did this today. This is actually the day after. This is Sunday. I finally got the countertops done. I wanted a black, but they did not have black. So the guy made it as dark a gray as possible. It almost, but not quite, matches the cabinet paint. It's a little bit darker. So I've got that done. So it looks a heck of a lot better than that awful tan brown crap that was on there before. So I cannot put anything on it for 3 days. So that's going to be fun. I've got our microwave over here on our little breakfast table thing. So there's an update. So I did get some stuff done. I told my husband, I said, this is what happens when I get bored. I end up painting things and redecorating the house. Have a great day. Bye.
We don't talk anymore.